Today we are going to discuss about light. First of all, what is light? Light or the visible light is electromagnetic radiation that can be perceived by our eyes. Now we are going to discuss about the reflection of light ray through smooth surfaces. For example, if we take a smooth surface like this and draw a normal which is perpendicular to the smooth surface and incident a light ray which is called as the angle of incidence, it gets reflected into a direction. According to the first law of reflection, the angle of incidence, that is the angle between the incident ray and the normal, is equal to the angle of reflection, that is the angle between the normal and the reflected ray. So for suppose if we take the angle of incidence as 30 degrees, then the angle of reflection must also be 30 degrees, and also the angle made by the incident ray with the smooth surface is called as the glancing angle of incidence, and the glancing angle of reflection is the angle made by the reflected ray with the smooth surface. Now we know that the normal ray is perpendicular to the smooth surface which is 90 degrees and angle of incidence is 30 degrees. The glancing angle of incidence must also be 60 degrees. Therefore, the glancing angle of reflection must also be 60 degrees. We'll discuss about the reflection through spherical mirror. A spherical mirror is the one whose reflecting surface is curved, and there are two types of spherical mirror. The first one is the concave mirror. A concave mirror is the one whose inner hollow surface is reflecting, and the second one is the convex mirror. The convex mirror is the one whose outer surface is reflecting, and a concave mirror is also called as a converging mirror because when parallel beam of light at incident at a concave mirror after reflection, they meet at a point or converge themselves. Therefore, a concave mirror is called as a converging mirror, and a convex mirror is also called as a diverging mirror because when a parallel beam of light rays are incident on the convex mirror after reflection, they diverge themselves. Therefore, a convex mirror is called as a diverging mirror. Now we'll understand the terms related to the spherical mirrors. The first one is the aperture. The width or the distance to which the reflection on the spherical mirror takes place is called as the aperture. The second one is the pole. The center of the aperture is called as a pole. It is denoted by capital P. And the next one is the center of curvature. The geometrical center of the hollow sphere through which the spherical mirror is a part is called as center of curvature. And the next one is the radius of curvature. The distance between the center of curvature and the pole is called as the radius of curvature. Next one is the principal axis. The line joining the center of curvature and the pole is called as the principal axis. Next one is the focus. When a parallel beam of light parallel to the principal axis incident on a spherical mirror after reflection, they meet or appear to meet at a point on the principal axis. This point on the principal axis is called focus. It is denoted by capital F. And the last one is the focal length. The distance between the focus and the pole is called as the focal length. The focal length is noted by small f. Now we'll understand the relation between the radius of curvature and the focal length. The radius of curvature, which is capital R, is equal to twice the small f, which is the focal length. Therefore, capital R is equal to 2 into small f, or small f, which is the focal length, is equal to capital R radius of curvature by 2. Now we understand the relation between the focal length, image distance and the object distance. We generally denote the image distance by small v and the object distance by small u, and the focal length with small f. The relation between the focal length, image distance and object distance is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u. That is 1 by focal length is equal to 1 by the image distance plus 1 by object distance. Now we'll discuss about the linear magnification. The linear magnification for the spherical mirror has a formula m is equal to minus v by u, which implies that the magnification produced is the negative of the ratio of the image distance to the object distance. Now we'll understand the different kinds of images formed by the spherical mirrors, and there are two types of images. First one is the real. A real image is always inverted and it can be enlarged and same size and also can be diminished. And a virtual image is the second type, which is always erect and can be enlarged, same size or diminished. Generally, a concave mirror has the properties of real image, whereas the virtual image always has the properties of a convex mirror. The concave mirror, at now we'll discuss about the new Cartesian sign convention. According to the new Cartesian sign conventions, the image, the distance which are taken on the direction of the incident ray are taken as the positive, and the distance which are taken against the direction of the incident ray are taken as negative. Therefore, and also the distances which are perpendicular and upwards the principal axis are taken as positive, and the distances which are downwards and perpendicular to the principal axis are taken as negative. Therefore, the focal length, image distance and object distance of a concave mirror are negative. Therefore, a concave mirror or real image generally have properties like minus u, minus v and minus f, and the image distance, object distance and the focal length of a convex mirror is always positive. Therefore, the signs of the convex mirror or the virtual image is always minus plus v plus u and plus f. Hope you have understand the topic of the mirrors. Now we'll do some examples. Our first example is the focal length of a convex mirror is 50 centimeters. What is the radius of curvature? We know that f is equal to r by 2 and r is equal to 2f. Therefore, r is equal to 2 into f, which is equal to 2 into 50, which is equal to 100 centimeters. Therefore, the radius of curvature is 100 centimeters. The focal length is 50 centimeters. Next question is the radius of curvature of a concave mirror is 25 centimeters. What is its focal length? We know that f is equal to r by 2. Therefore, f is equal to 25 by 2, which is equal to 12.5 centimeters. And the third example is, if an object is placed at a distance of 40 centimeters from the concave mirror of focal length 10 centimeters and the real image is formed, find the image distance. We know that 1 by f is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u. Here, u is equal to minus 40 centimeters by sign conventions because a real image is formed and they asked the v and the focal length is given, which is 10 centimeters. By sign convention, it is minus 10 centimeters. Now, by the derivation of the mirror formula, we get 1 by v is equal to 1 by f minus 1 by u. And by the application of sign convention, therefore, 1 by v is equal to minus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 40, which is equal to minus 3 by 40. Here, minus represents that the real image is formed. Therefore, v is equal to 40 by 3, which is equal to 13.33 centimeters. And the next example is the radius of curvature of the rear view convex mirror of a truck is 6 meters. If the car is 8 meters from the mirror of the truck, calculate the distance at which the image is formed. Given that the radius of curvature r is equal to 6 meters and the object distance u is equal to minus 8 meters, we know that f is equal to r by 2, which is equal to 6 by 2, which is equal to 3 meters. Therefore, 1 by v plus 1 by minus 8 is equal to 1 by 3 by sign convention. So, 1 by v is equal to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 8. Therefore, v is equal to 24 by 11 meters. The next example is an object is placed at a distance of 2f from the pole of a convex mirror of focal length f. The linear magnification is here u is equal to minus 2f and they ask the v where f is the focal length. 1 by v plus 1 by minus 2f is equal to 1 by minus f by sign convention because here the image is formed by convex mirror. Therefore, 1 by v is equal to 3 by 2f and v is equal to 2f by 3. And we know that magnification m is equal to minus v by u. Therefore, m is equal to 2f by 3 by 2f. We know that negative and negative will get cancelled. Here the negative sign of magnification, negative sign of the object distance is getting cancelled. Therefore, magnification is equal to 2f by 3 by 2f. Here 2f and 2f get cancelled each other and the magnification is 1 by 3. I hope you have understood the concepts as well as examples of this video. Meet you in the next video on the same basis on the concepts of light. So stay tuned and keep watching Maths and Science by Ganesh. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.